Sentenced to be a hero episode 4, officially titled Waiting Directive, Murrid Fortress, swaps the underground grind for some topside intrigue that hits like a stealthy backstab in broad daylight. Fresh off the Zuangon tunnel nightmare, Xylo and his battered Unit 9004 roll up to the Murrid Fortress, or Mulyd Fort in some raw translations, defense hub for the Federated Kingdom's capital. Basically a massive stone beast bristling with guards and secrets. The place is buzzing like a kicked hornet's nest, crowded with what feels like large-scale chaos, refugees, supply wagons, and that post-battle frenzy where everyone's on edge, waiting for the next demonic shoe to drop. Enter the big pivot. While the unit's catching their breath amid the fortress hustle, think clanging armor, shouted orders, and the faint whiff of impending doom, a mysterious figure named Padishet approaches Xylo and Tiarita. She's got that no-nonsense vibe. Maybe a temple envoy or military liaison, with her crisp robes and piercing gaze that screams, "I know more than you." From her lips spills the tea on the higher-up schemes. The military and temple's hidden agendas regarding Tiarita are enigmatic goddess-packed powerhouse. Turns out, Tiarita's divine mojo isn't just a handy resurrection trick. It's a hot potato that has the brass debating whether to exploit her as a weapon, contain her as a threat, or worse, dispose of her if she disrupts their corrupt power plays. Xylo's poker face holds, but you can feel his gears turning. Flashes of his framed past as a goddess killer tie into this, hinting at deeper betrayals. Key moments amped attention. Norgal sidelined with her injuries, tossing snarky commentary from a makeshift cot. This fortress is as welcoming as a demon's embrace. While Tatsuya lurks like a silent storm cloud, his latest revival leaving him even more unhinged. Tiarita herself shines in quiet defiance, her ethereal presence clashing with the gritty fortress walls. Her reactions to Padishet's revelations drop subtle lore bombs about her origins and the kingdom's temple military rift. The overall vibe? A simmering political thriller mixed with dark fantasy dread. Less fists flying, more minds racing. It's like the calm before a rebellion storm, with humor in the unit's mismatched banter. Xylo's dry directives? More like death warrants, lands perfectly, cutting through the heavy atmosphere. By the end, the waiting directive feels like a loaded gun, setting up Unit 9004 for their next suicide gig while exposing the system's rotten core. You're left gripping your seat, piecing together conspiracy like Xylo himself. Studio KAI keeps the visual heat on simmer for this dialogue-driven episode, but it still cooks with stunning fortress details that make Murrid feel alive and oppressive. The art style leans into grand-scale fantasy, towering stone battlements under stormy skies, crowded courtyards teeming with NPCs that add depth without overwhelming the frame. Refugee clusters and supply lines are rendered with gritty realism, muted grays and browns popped by Tiarita's subtle glow. Character animations nail the subtleties. Xylo's tense posture during Padishet's monologue, Tiarita's faint ethereal shimmer, reacting to revelations, it's gorgeous, making emotional beats land harder than any explosion. Flashbacks and close-ups are a highlight, with fluid transitions blending past betrayals into the present, using shadowy overlays that evoke the series' blight-corrupted aesthetic. Pacing-wise, the animation flows smoothly for talky scenes, avoiding stiffness with dynamic angles. Over-the-shoulder shots during the confrontation build paranoia perfectly. Gentle nudge. Some background crowds feel a bit static. More idle animations, shifting feet, and murmur chats could have amped the crowded chaos vibe without bloating the budget. But overall, it's a visual win, proving KAI can handle intrigue as masterfully as action, elevating the light novel's political layers into something palpably tense and beautiful. Episode 4 is that sneaky gut check after the action high. Less electric bursts, more coiled spring tension that has me obsessed with the series' deepening lore. Padishet's arrival drops bombshells that humanize Tiarita beyond her OP powers, turning her into a tragic linchpin in the kingdom's power games, while Xylo's slow burn rage feels like it's building to an epic takedown. The humor's on point with Norgal's quips lightening the load, and the fortress setting adds that immersive world building I've been craving. It's kind of hilarious how the heroes are treated like faulty tools in a shed. Honest critique. It dips a tad in raw energy compared to the tunnel brawls, more setup than payoff this time, but it's a smart breather that kindly rewards patient viewers with conspiracy hooks. This dark fantasy penal tale is locking in as a must-watch, blending systemic critique, with character depth that rivals the best Grimm series. Crossing fingers for EP5 to unleash the Directive's chaos. Maybe a Fortress Siege or a Tiarita's full power flex. Hooked and hyped. 8.4/10. Intriguing, layered, and leaving me thirsty for more Kingdom Rot revelations.